In today's video, I'm going to teach you, nationalism in India and print culture and the modern world. But I don't have anything to say on this topic. It is not very important because, the questions will come like map pointing. Clear. Some questions based on map pointing may come from this chapter, but a little can be told about it. But the main chapter is nationalism in India. Okay. If you look at nationalism in India, like I said in our previous class, what is nationalism? Understood. Intense feeling of devotion to your country. The intense feeling to devotion to our country came during our freedom movement. Like other countries in Europe, our country was also a divided one. And British, if you speak of British, when it entered India as businessmen, they used divide and rule. Understood? British, when British entered India, they entered as businessmen. But the principle that they applied to be the ruler of the or to be the master of this country is divide and rule policy. They divided the Indian society, fragmented it, broke it into pieces. Understood? Already there was a system of caste system in India. It was introduced thousands of years back by Manu. He was a Arya Rishi. And the English people were good at understanding the problems of a country that they would actually, if a powerful country captures the power of another country, or if a country is very powerful and if it conquers another country, actually that country which wants to take control of another new country, or if they want to control or want to conquer a country, the first thing that that powerful country do is they send some spies to this country. Understood? And the spies gather information regarding the system of governance in that country and the loops and loopholes, the shortcomings, the areas uh, of weakness of that country. Then they try to weaken them by encouraging the elements that may weaken the government in that particular country. This is one step taken by the conqueror, or by the country that is going to conquer the weak country. Understood? Or the not weak country, the country that would be conquered, or the enemy country. Clear? Like this is what happened for thousands of years. And here India had a society, already caste based society. It was Manu who divided the people on the basis of social division of labor. Actually, he did a good job by dividing the people on the basis of their jobs. But this social division of labor became caste system. And now, when the people found themselves as superior class, and those who were serving, they were also doing a very good job. Like the cobblers, they were engineers. Understood? They were teaching and the making the shoes. And in modern world, they will be regarded as engineers because they are inventing something. But those who are making shoes in the in ancient times, or in during the time of Manu, or in our in ancient times, they were regarded as chamars, or the people belonging to the lowest caste of the society. Understood? And he was treated as inferior. Those who serve the god and goddesses, those who perform pujas in the temples or pujaris, or praise, and those who ran the country or participated in the war were called kshatriyas. Those who ran business were called traders or vaishyas, and those who served these three classes of people were called Shudras. And this is also a system. And what is this? This is a weakness in the eyes of the foreigners who would come, especially English came as businessmen, because their intention, they were not actually businessmen, they were spies. East India Company actually were a, it was an institution, it was a part of the government of England. Understood? It was a part of the conspiracy. They came to business, but they were spies sent as businessmen. Understood? And they studied the situation. They sent the annual reports to the government in England, and they studied the reports from time to time. And there was a time when they found it important to take the control of the country, of especially Bengal of India, from the East India Company. They took. Then how could they took? How could the government of England take the control from East Indian Company? Because East Indian Company was a part of the government of Britain, Great Britain or not. Understood? So they were spies sent as businessmen to India just to gather information and to study the situation. And they are already a part of the government, British government. They were fighting wars. They defeated Shiraj-ud-Daulah in 1757, right? 57. They defeated Shiraj-ud-Daulah in the Battle of Palasi, and Bangla, Bihar, Orissa. They won Bangla, Bihar, Orissa, and they became the ruler of Bengal. But they actually kept some puppets, understood, and told them to rule over Bengal. But they ruled, English actually indirectly ruled the country. Clear? That's how they took the control of the country. They became the ruler. Gradually, they took the control of entire India. They participated in many wars and became the ruler of India. That rule, the Indians now, during freedom movement, they decided to, organize themselves. The poets, the writers, the press, understood, invention of press, print media must not, yeah, print media like newspapers played a very important role. The different news from different parts of the country began to come out in the newspaper. People felt inspired. It actually taught them about the French Revolution, about what is individualism, equality. People should fight for equality. We are one, irrespective of caste, community, religion, and even Khilafat movement. Understood that Gandhiji is supported in 19 clear. In 1990, Gandhiji supported Khilafat movement actually, and that also brought Hindus and Muslims together. Clear? Khilafat movement, and they also together Hindu and Muslim protested against British rule. They said, no, we cannot accept your rule. Another is Rowlatt Act. Rowlatt Act, according to Rowlatt Act, a person who is participating in the freedom movement or any hartal or anti-British activities, understood, anti-government activities or in procession, they will be arrested without trial. Understood? They will be kept in the jail without trial. Within 2 hours, 2 years, they cannot be freed. And Gandhiji took this as an opportunity. The first thing is, during the First World War, when did the First World War started? Gandhiji, when did the First World War start? First World War started in 1914. Understood? India was a part of English Empire. Understood? And what did India do at that time? English India. English India means India under British rule. What did India under British rule do? The representative of the British government in India decided to send some soldiers. Understood? On behalf of India. Understood? On behalf of the British government in India, and they went to villages and persuaded, forced the young youths to leave their home, to fight for the British forces, to fight with the British forces outside India. Understood? and that is how they actually were taken out of their houses and were made to fight for the British. Understood? British government. Understood? Is that clear? That's how this move by the British angered Indians. Why are you moving? And this angered whom? The British government in India. And the British government in India took it very, they became very angry. No. The people living, the poor people, the villagers living in India became very angry because thousands of youths, understood, were forced to join the British forces. Clear? Fighting against the enemy forces outside India. Clear? Enemy forces outside India. They became the part of the British army. The Indians youths were taken forced to join the British army and fight and participate in the First World War as the part of British army, and they fought and they couldn't come back. This angered, why are you doing this? This angered the Indian people, and that also resulted in the nationalism of India. And then, Jallianwala Bagh massacre. What happened? Thousands of people came out of their house. Why? They took out procession. Why? Because the taxes were imposed on the ordinary farmers in the Kheda district of Bihar, and even in the Ahmedabad cotton mills. The salaries of the work pressure was increased, but their salary was not increasing. Gandhiji came from South Africa in 1915 and participated in these movements, and all these movements were successful. Now Gandhiji was told to protest against what? Rowlatt Act, and Rowlatt Satyagraha was organized. And then, in Punjab, what happened? On 10th April, clear, people took out a procession, and General Dyer was a very bad man, bad English British police officer, and he actually ordered to fire because the people were violating, Rowlatt Act, and processions were taken out all over the country, dharnas, hartals in protest against Rowlatt Act. Clear? And Regional Dyer told to fire. That's how more than two people were not allowed to go together. Clear? And only people, one people, only two people can meet. That's how everything was organized. You get it? What I'm saying? And after that, what happened? In then in 1920 there was a session in Calcutta. According to that session, Congress leaders supported Khilafat movement, understood, and even Satyagraha. Clear? Rowlatt Act, and that's how this brought the Hindu Muslims together. They protested against the British government in India. They even participated in the civil disobedience. They said we don't support British government in India. We want Swaraj. Swaraj means self rule. We want to be ruler of our own country. And what is this? These slogans actually united Indians, and these actually infused Indians with the with the concept of nationalism. Understood? That's how Indians got the taste of nationalism. All the people rose in revolt against British rule in India, and India came together to fight against the British rule, and this is the reason. Understood? People participated in the Quit India movement, civil disobedience movement, and even Swaraj, and Swadeshi. Swadeshi means you will wear only the clothes that Indian weavers make. Understood? You will not wear the foreign goods, foreign products. They gave up the foreign goods. As a result, thousands of people from all over India, they stopped wearing, using products made in the mills, or the goods produced in the British Britain, Great Britain, or in other countries. India, then the British government in India suffered heavy losses. All these brought together brought about the downfall of the British government in India. If India got independence today, it is the the first thing is consciousness, the intense feeling, understood, of Indianness. Do you get it? You intense devotion to your motherland, and that is called nationalism. And Indians forgot they were SC, ST, Muslim, Hindu. Understood? They forgot. They first thought that they were Indian, and they fought together, and this made British run away from country after giving us independence. I must not give the instances of the roles played by our leaders. Of course, there are many leaders who played vital roles in the freedom movement of India, in the reformation movement, in the Raja Ram Mohan Rai, Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose, Gandhi ji, Jawaharlal Nehru. There are so many leaders who played an important role for the freedom movement of India, but the major role played by them is to bring about change in the life of the people through the through use of through consciousness, or through the rise of nationalism. Understood? And rise of nationalism was possible in India only because of the presence of these factors. Factors like active roles by freedom fighters and certain situations. Understood? And the use of press also. Press also played an important role because it brought the people, it made the people aware about the situation, and it also brought Indians together. Understood? And India, it strengthened India. Understood? United India in its fight against the British rule. That's how we got independence, because of our ability to be united after getting the taste of the nationalism. Understood? If India got independence today, we must not forget that the, the it is because of nationalism in India we got independence, because nationalism united the country, and united countries united fight against the British rule gifted us independence. Understood? And this is why we have a decent life today, and we are one of the biggest democracies or the largest democracies of the world. With this, I come to the end of my class. If you have liked it, I'm sure you must not hesitate to give me a like. Bye.